Hi, and welcome to Conversations. I'm Evangelist Sai.
I'm Elder Poole.
I'm Evangelist Chantal.
I'm Missionary Contact.
And I'm Sister Tracy.
And again, welcome to Conversations. As you can see, we have special guests. To my left, we have Deacon Marcus Cole. And to my right, we have Deacon John Davis. And right here, we have Deacon Gerald Banton. And fellas, we welcome you, but I do have to give you some ground rules. As we can see, is that, this is our show. And before I had to give the panel before the men to let them know that we do want to ask you guys some questions, but when we say cut it down, shut it down, okay. But no, I'm just joking with you guys. But for real, as people hear us talk all the time, they hear about, hear from our point of view, and we wanted to get a male's perspective on just some questions that, our audience always come, call in, or they'll send emails to ask us certain questions. And my first question I wanted to ask you guys, and at any time you guys can just jump in, but what we wanted to know was that as men come to church, why do you think that some men don't want to come to church? Why do you think that some men are turned off by coming to church?
A lot of guys, I think are scared to change too, and doing something they never done before. And they try to say, that's a cop-out, it's a lot of weak men in church and stuff like that. But when you got, doing something new is always like a challenge to a guy. And church is like, church is like a big step. It's easy to do wrong, hard to do right. So if they don't know nobody that's doing it or have somebody to look up to that's doing it and follow them, they even get them to put their foot in the door, it's more likely they come up with those kind of excuses, I think.
Like you said, basically, change as far as for a male. Like you said, a lot of it is ego and change, as far as, they look at, us godly men when they come in the building and they see as far as how we conduct ourselves, and they scared that that they have to change like that, and they got to let some things go. That's basically what it is, letting some things go, and they're not ready for that yet. So that's why they continue on, try to come because they want the word and they want to change, but they're not ready for that change as far as out in society.
But why do they expect the change to just take place overnight? For women, we just say, okay, our girlfriend can invite us to church, and we be like, okay, we come to church because you say come, well, something's going on.
Well, guys not going to, girls work, women work different than guys. And guys, like he said, they scared to let go of a lot. Like the guy got to let go of the broads, females that he got. My bad. He got to let go of the females. And it's like when they talk, let's say like I was in the street, I go to church now, and they see what I let go. So they got an example of what they got to let go, even though they don't come. So it's like, yo, I ain't ready for that. You know what I mean? So, but with women, y'all do it like a tea party, a club. You like, yo, go. You gonna go to church? I'm sure I go, and y'all go. They'll go and go right back and chill and do what they do too. Sometimes, you know what I mean. And the guys will do the same, but the guys got a problem because, like he said, sometimes they will get convicted and come, and they ain't trying to come. And I see, John saw me crying, and I had went to the altar and stuff. Then they never come back because we saw a weak part of them. Yeah. To them, that's what they think.
Right. Right.
And a lot of times they feel comfortable where they are. That's where the part where the change needs to come in, to take away from being comfortable, from being the way that they used to be and doing something that they never did before.
So is it hard to submit to authority as far as you have a man or a woman pastor and they telling you, okay, do this and do that? And like I said, if it's for women, once we, because we are emotional creatures, once we feel like we get it. It's like, this is it. But for a man, it's like, is it hard to submit to another authority?
It's definitely hard for a male to look, especially like our pastor and that preacher that constantly just beat. And he don't beat us down. It's a good word.
Right.
But we would take it as a beat down. But he's always on us, correcting. So a guy coming in, they can't receive that. But a woman, what did you say? You said.
I was saying basically, is it hard to submit to authority? I mean, because a lot of times people say, okay, that man, who is he to tell me what to do or what I got to do?
Something else.
Man to a man.
But it's definitely hard for a male to receive another man telling him, you don't not treat your wife, you soft, you need to get it right. This is why you having issues. This is why you broke. Do you look at that like, I've been out here doing me for a minute, but he don't understand doing it God way and his way is two different ways.
I don't understand then why, just take like the game. The game on the street, or whatever it's called. Why do you not have a problem? I'm not saying you.
Right.
But why do men not have a problem submitting to someone telling them You need to do these bricks this way.
That's good.
Right.
You need to do these bags this way and be on this corner at this time. And you'll get up, it can be 400 feet of snow outside, 1,800 pounds of rain coming down. You have no problem with the lieutenant telling you
Right.
X, Y, Z.
Right.
But if you come to church and this man is telling you how to clean up your life and not go to jail, then, you know, whatever.
They getting something they can see.
That's
Right,
good.
that's what
They
it is.
getting money,
That's
they
what it
getting a car,
That's
and
what it
even if it's just a corner guy and he getting a chicken bites half and half and taking the girl to the movie,
Mm-hmm.
that's more than he getting
Right,
on coming
right.
to church because
Right.
the pastor or the woman or man of God is giving him his words.
So you feel like the
tangible.
man feels like he's losing something because he can't see something tangible.
He can't trust what he can't see.
Exactly.
You think it's the process that kind of makes them scared as well? Not scared per se, but just reluctant or, you know, not really
It's
willing to
something
come.
different. Pastor said one time, if you take a man out his element, I mean, they just won't trust nothing. You understand what I'm saying? It's like if he used to being out there in the street, yeah, he's scared.
Okay.
Definitely. When they come to church, them dudes are scared because they doing something they never done before. They don't know how it's going to go, and they just can't trust what they can't see.
That's weird because you just said earlier that women, we treat it like a tea party. That's what you said. You know,
They'll try it. Y'all will just, when I say that, I mean, like, y'all will try it.
right,
with
and then
no-
we'll go right back, right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
but with
like
a
they
man,
do.
it's like they almost immediately convicted, where like they know that they probably shouldn't do this until they get their life right. But you're saying that women not so much. This is weird to me.
It's weird to
Yeah,
you.
it's weird because I
But
mean, with me
I guess
personally,
like-
I wasn't treating it like a tea party, but I think it's like.
But if they took it personal, you must feel like you was drinking a little bit of tea.
For a
I'm just
man,
playing.
really, you know,
I'm just
it's an image thing. For a male, it's an image thing, really, you know. Because like on the street, you know, even when you out there with the bricks and everything, it's an image you hold. And far as, you know, you come in here and you try to change it and you try to creep back out, it's like, you know, you can't hold that same image. So they stay out there until they're ready to change their life. And then here, like you said, the weak part, they see the weak part because we cry and things like that. That's because God took over and changed us. Because, you know, out there, you wouldn't need to see us cry, even at funerals. You know, so now God took over our life, so they see that part of a man crying.
And they
You
call
got
it
your
weak.
sunglasses on too.
But can I say this one thing though for the studio, for the people that's out there watching? When they talk about bricks, they're not talking about a carpenter. They're not talking about bricks. They talking about the you know the different part of
Street
life.
terminology.
Yeah, street
Right.
terminology. Because when people think it's about bricks, and you think about they're a bricklayer or
Right, they're
something.
doing masonry.
Yeah, but Dr. Boo had something. I saw her.
I was just going to ask if you think there was any relationship between the fact that in a lot of our communities, especially in the African American community, we have a lot of homes that are led by females. So it's not a lot of positive role models there which can imitate a model for the males in that family, what it is like to be a positive, fruitful male, other than, you know, what can be accomplished out on the street and on the corner. So how do you explain that?
Well, I was raised by my mom, and my family were, both sides are Seventh-day Adventists. But I went as a kid. My mother didn't push me, you know, to really, she worked a lot. She was busy taking care of me and my little brother. So I guess that is a true statement that there's no, you know, male in the house to push us to go to church.
And so that was my second question. I'm glad that you asked it, Dr. Poole, was that do you think women have a voice, should have a voice in church? Because you see a lot of churches, predominantly a majority of women, that's running things, that's moving things. And so do you think that women should have such a powerful voice in church? And this question is any of you.
I don't think it's a problem, but it got to be a balance because, you know, every woman don't have a good voice because there are a lot of them. I mean, you got a lot of single moms there. I mean, if I'm in a single home and my mom don't push me to go, she's basically giving me what she got. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
So I know what you're saying too. It's like because it's mostly women that's doing the pushing, but they doing only what they was taught too.
Right. The reason why I asked that, and we got to take a quick break from coming from 1 Corinthians when, you know, when Paul was, advising Timothy about that women should be quiet and understanding in all those times the things that were happening when he was trying to get the church in order because those women were just out of line. And basically a lot of times people use those scriptures and think that women are not supposed to speak in church or have a voice. But we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we just want you to stay tuned because we do have an upcoming musical guest. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. If you go to the bathroom, go quickly, wash your hands, and we'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Pastor Tony Swift, and I just stopped for a moment to ask you, did you get the book? Have you heard about the book? No, not the book, Don't Quit, but the book, Stepping Out, Ladies Only. It's on the press, it's here now. Ladies Only is on the book. Did you get the book? You didn't get the book, you got to get the book. The book about ladies only, talking about the potentials of a woman, talking about the issues of a woman, talking about the quality of a woman, talking about the destiny of a woman. You didn't get the book, you got to get the book. If you ain't gonna quit, get the book. The book is here, get the book. God bless you, bye-bye. Get the book.
And welcome back to Conversations. We want to thank Pastor Tony Smith and Victorious Ministries for sponsoring the show. Today we're so excited because we have a special guest. We thank RockMelt for coming. He is a gospel inspirational artist. And I just wanted to know before you sing your song, or sing me do your rap, I'm sorry, just tell me, how long have you been in the game?
Well, I've been doing music for probably like 25 years now.
And the song that you're going to rap about today, what inspired you to do this rap?
Well, actually, it's like when I wrote this song, it was actually an ending of a career that I didn't know God was going to make at the beginning of my ministry.
Okay. Well, I don't want to hold you any longer because I want this, the studio audience, and I want the guests out there watching. I want them to catch a glimpse of this rap. So go ahead and do your thing, okay?
That's what's up. Let's get it. So this song right here is dedicated to all my men's out there in the street, telling me that you can change your life. I'm a living testimony of what God has done for me. So I want you to pay attention to the words. Check this out. This is me right here, man. Yeah. Y'all ready out there? Here we go. Check it out. Turn me up some. Check. His RockMelt partner, Viking Rebel. Rock is what I do, but most times I'm mellow. Ground zero, the day I'm exposed, the best kid that's resurrected out of the project. Wall surrounded by heroin and coke. I sold none, nope, I just slid a couple of dollars to get some peeps up on their toes. 16, mean, fresh out of Booker T. Been on the road since I've been high at Mickey D's. Single parent, my older brother's times concurrent. I close my eyes, your little brother still hurting. I'm grown now, plus a father now. I got my education, I graduated from Carver now. Murphy home, McCullough plus the Avenue. Moved up out, but I can always come through. I ain't no snitch, I ain't no trick, I just hug the blocks and politicking on how to get rich. And 9 out of 10 hustlers know who I be. And 9 out of 10 hustlers are killed for me. Am I a role model? I don't claim to be. It's the position that I'm in that made me be. I might have hired you or mentored you. A few homies gone, so I pour out liquor for you. And all I got is my word and my kahunas, and I can honorably say that my time couldn't come no sooner. I'm the future, father figure, been delivered. Big brother, you need an ear, I'm listening. And yeah, I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm last of what's left for the soup, man. I'm the broth, and I ain't got no problems with the police. It's how I look that give me problems with the police. Tatted up, big rimmed up, windows stay tinted, plus they stay rolled up. And then I switch it up with a shirt and a tie. I'm about my business, y'all respect my mind. I did it, still doing it, plus I'm about to do it. I keep proving that I keeps it moving. You hear me clear, I'm in your face like nostril hair. I'm here, I'm there, I'm breath, I'm everywhere. And as they say, the saga continues. Cross this kid and I might just dust you. I overhear that this rap game ain't easy. They say you'll never make it, the game's too greasy. 2 months out the trunk, 10 G's off for 1 CD, and I use no profanity. 2 months later, they thought I had coke. I had the block rocking off when I released the overdose. 7,500 more. I can't ignore. I'm getting calls from Richard Burton due to Believe tour. Nope, I did that for a summer. I gotta move on, man. Now leave that for the newcomers. 250 written, shorty still spitting, shorty making hits and RockMelt and kitten. No contradiction. I will come and get you and won't stop till the llama get up in you. Real rap, true story, fam. You're tuned in to the words of a made man. Boss, baller, shot caller, emperor, king, prince, president, Mr. Yad, I mean hustler, thug, comrade, soldier. I grind hard, they nickname me Folger. I told y'all I spit ether, burn with me. I spit methadone, dope, lean with me. I told y'all I'm brighter than the average cat. Breitling watch, diamonds all in that. Fall back, now how I'm gonna do that? I love the hood and the hood love me right back. New millennium venom, I'm spitting up in them. I speak the word of God, then I leave the Lord's blessing with them. Get them, hit them, yeah, you better off dealing with them. Y'all know who, man, that RockMelt figure. I'm the right one, my flow left. Well, guess what? The East Coast is back. Any track I murked, I said that. In too deep, copy, I did that. I'm well seasoned, yet the quicker picker up a high articulate great. And not once you heard me stutter. I put you on if you sound hot to me. Rap, rock and roll, gospel or R&B. I change your life if you sound hot to me. Cause I sign the checks, this is business to me. It ain't easy being me, but somebody gotta do it. I just killed the track, I need embalm and fluid. Kaboom!
Just want to thank RockMelt again for that awesome song. And if you would like to book him for any special occasion, you can call 443-324-6739, or you can email him at rockmelt@verizon.net, and it's RockMell@verizon.net. And we want to thank him again. It was excellent. But I did want to get back to the topic, and for those who are just joining in, we were talking about just men's positioning in the church and just why is it so hard for men to even get positioned in the church, or even do they think that women should have a voice, because predominantly you see women running the church. And before we left on break, we were talking about women, and we was coming from 1 Corinthians, why some people think that women shouldn't have a voice in church because of when Paul was talking to Timothy and he was instructing him how to run his church. And before we went on break, Chantal, you had a question?
My question would, and any of the other young men can answer this question as well. He said that it was just him and his brother that he had to raise in a family. Did that give you pressure to go out and do those things that you should not have done because of your mother not being in the household when she should? Like nothing to be, I don't mean to be blur, going on and on, but you know what I'm saying? Like if you know your mom is doing the best that she can do, but you feel as though that because of, she's doing a good job, I feel as though that I can help my mother.
To be the man of the house.
So let me go out and do what I need to do, even if it's in a good way or a bad way. Was there pressure put on because of that? And any one of y'all can answer that.
I like to say, it's a little bit of pressure, but how I was raised, my father always told me I was the man in the house when he's not there. So from that right there, I had that mindset, I gotta help. I gotta make it happen. When my father ain't here, I gotta make it happen. So if I gotta go out there and get a little small-time job to help with the bills and help with my sisters and them.
Right, but did that give you pressure because of that voice that your father has given you, or the voice that your mother may have, said I'm out here working, and people can speak without saying anything just because of what they're doing.
What you mean to do wrong? Is your question to do
wrong?
Right.
I was going to go out and do something to make quick money. Did that ever come across your mind when you have a mother working full time? She's doing 2 or 3 jobs to try to maintain a household. Did you have pressure to say, what, I can make $1,000 in 2 days and get that to my mother, and that'll be, give her some time to do what she needed to do?
I had the pressure of, like you're speaking of, my mom worked. It was just me and my little brother. And when I got to go outside, and when you grow up in a city, you got people doing different things. So I did stuff to make extra money, and I had to get a job to even be able to give her money, because she wouldn't take it, of course, if she knew I wasn't working enough. And so that pressure that I just wanted to help, because I hate seeing her going to work. I hate seeing her come home tired. I hate seeing her ankles swelled up. She doing what she got to do, and she grinding it out. You know what I mean? But we are still left home, and she's doing what she needs to do. But yeah, it was that pressure that I wanted to help, and I was willing to help by any means necessary.
And I think for considering me, when I was younger, I always seen that my father always worked. So with growing up, I always say that, okay, I wanted to always provide for my family. So even getting to the age where I was able to work, I got to the point where I started working 2 jobs. Even though both my parents had income, I also had income also to help out with any other needs that needed to be taken care of as well.
I want to add something, because what y'all both said, because both of their dads was there to say something, mine wasn't. That's crazy, you know what I mean? And I didn't even have, that's how it's, we in the last segment we were saying how somebody being there about the church thing. And both that just hit me, and I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? My father, you know, he was out there doing something else, and he wasn't hustling, you know, he was.
So what drew you to come to, what drew you to make you come to hear about God and get involved?
The life that I was living, my mom didn't know. She found out after, of course, getting locked up going to court, but she never knew the whole, what I was into. But the whole life, the last time I went to jail and I came back home, I was just tired. And you just get to a point where I'm talking about tired, that like, I wasn't worrying about money no more. I wasn't worrying about, I just wanted to do everything right in my family, for my family, my wife, my kids. I took my wife through a whole lot. You know, my girl, I got 2 girls, and that meant a lot to me. And it was like not wanting to be like my father. You know, understand what I'm saying? In his negative ways and stuff like that, or whatever he was doing. So that's what pushed me to come to church. And when I came to church, I came open. You know what I mean? I wasn't worrying about the embarrassing or being open, crying, or this, that, and other. I did come with some roughness though, like, because it was new to me. So I wasn't into the hugging.
Gave it a chance.
Can I come pray for you? It was like, no, I'm straight, you know what I mean? Stay over there, dude, you know.
When I first came to this church, I was a visitor for a year. And it was almost like I had to be sure, but it was like God kept showing me and kept telling me through the man of God, through what he was preaching, his message and everything. It was like, okay, you know what? I need to change my life around. I need to do some things right. But at the same time, I had, you know, a lot of pressure built inside of me, and I had I didn't want to change at the point of time, you know, and just my process for me was just coming, being consistent and coming, and then through that, I started to loosen up. I started to open up more. I started to be more accepting to men and to people in the church, wanted to be prayed over, wanted to be prayed for, because I was brought up in church all of my life. But I got to a point where as though I went astray. I went to go do my own thing. And then I had to get to the point where as though, okay, I need to get back in line with where, you know, I need to be. I wanted to be there, but it was what I was doing out in the street that just didn't want me to change.
Now, when you said you had pressure, you mean what? Like pressure inside of you? I don't understand that.
Okay, what I mean by pressure is like I didn't want to change. That was the pressure. Was not wanting to change, wanted to do my own thing, wanted to not come to church on Sundays, and you know, wanted to stay home, play football, or watch the game, or do whatever. You know, I didn't want that change to allow God to change my life, to do what He wanted to do in me.
So why do men have to be persuaded so much? It's like, it's got to be so much convincing and persuading you guys that this is it, this is the right thing to do. Why it take so much for you guys to be convinced that this is the way or this is the right life?
I guess it's, you know, a lot of it, you know, it's from how you brought up, you know, what you're around. You know, you're around, you know, a lot of things is told to you, but, you know, it was hard for you. It wasn't never, you know, like somebody say, I'm going to buy you this and buy you that, and it never happened. So a lot of things, you know, whereas though, you know, you're going to buy a lot of, you know, words. So now, you know, when you come to Christ, you hear a lot of words and you don't know it's true. So you're like, I don't know, let me go ahead and see how this is going to play out. Let me come a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it basically is, how you brought up. You know, if you have a family that, you know, when you're doing good, they say, I'm going to get you that, they get it for you. So now you're more open to say, oh, God, I think that can really happen. You know, but when you know, you promise a lot of things and, you know, stuff like that.
So there's a lot of disappointments that make you kind of turn away.
I got a scripture that I like.
Okay.
And I think it's Proverbs 12:1. And it says, a man who loves correction is wise, and one who doesn't is stupid.
That's good. That's good.
And a lot of men don't like correction. I think that's the biggest thing. And when you come to church, it's a lot of correction.
It is.
It's a lot of checking yourself and dying to yourself.
But how does a man get to the point to say, you know what, I'm going to receive correction? Because I know you didn't walk in saying, okay, correct me. I know none of y'all came in. You know what I mean?
They got to be tired. They got to be hurt. Jews got to be beat down. It shouldn't have to be that way, and women not like that. So women, I mean, you know, it's not the tea part. Let me fix something.
No,
let me fix this.
Fix
but no,
this
really,
tea
because
party,
since I've been here going on 8 years, and I've received a lot. I've learned a lot from a lot of women in this church. The 4 that's up here, you know, and yeah, the 4. I'm about to say 5, whatever. But you know, I've learned a lot from the women in here, and any guy that looks and feel like they can't receive from a woman, they nag, they feel like they're running the ministry. That's just, they just gay statements to me, period. Because you can balance what you receive, what you don't, and how you respond to stuff.
Right. That's what
So, and for real, like if it wasn't for the women, the church wouldn't be running. Because dudes is lazy, straight up, they just lazy. And that's how they are in the street, that's how they're in the world. And even hustling, dudes won't get up to really go get the money because it's on their own time, but the only ones that get the money is the one that get up.
Right.
I think
we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Yes, we gotta go. And I'm really excited. We have to go, but I just wanted to talk to people out there that's watching on this day. Is that if you're watching this show and you're a man, I'm speaking to the men on this day, and you saying is that, look, I hear what the pastor said. I even see a lot of the corruption that's going on with the pastors, and why should I listen to them versus what I'm doing? What makes them better than me? And I would say to you on this day is that no matter what you do, you're going to have to subject yourself to somebody, some correction. And I say is that try God on this day and start off, like they said, these brothers here said they first came to a church and they start watching. Watch a man of God. And I guarantee you, he's not going to be perfect, but he's going to show you the way to go. And as you watch him, begin to learn more about God and learn more about who you are for your life. So I encourage you on this day is that begin to seek God and seek what he has for your life. And the only way you're going to do it, really, first of all, is by looking through people, because you don't just come and say, I want to read a Bible. Like they said, a man of God had to show them, a woman of God had to show them, and then they begin to know God for themselves. But like I always say, we don't always have all the answers. We don't claim to have all the answers. We don't always agree on everything. But one thing we want to do, we want to spark conversation in your life. But until we see you, we ask that you pray for us as we pray for you. Thank you and God bless.
So none, nope, I just slid a couple of dollars to get some peeps up on their toes. 16, me, fresh out of Booker T.
As usually, we're always out of time, but we're never out of words to give God praise, to give God the direction of what he called us to be and who you call us to be. See you again, same time, same station, same word, same power. God bless you.
Moved up, out, but I can always come through. I ain't no snitch. I ain't no trick, I just hug the blocks and politicking on how to get rich. And 9 out of 10 hustlers know who I be. And 9 out of 10 hustlers are killed for me. Am I a role model? I don't claim to be. It's the position.